Hello, dear students and professionals. The lecture of today is about leadership styles. First of all, we will define the leadership styles. Leadership style refers to the methods and approaches leaders use to motivate, guide, and manage team towards achieving goals. In simple word, it is something that should match your personality, that is your style, the way you can interact with your team so that you can guide them, you can manage them, and you can achieve your organizational goals. Leadership style matters a lot. There are four reasons that one must choose a leadership style either as a student or as a professional or as a company owner. Influence, because leadership style influences the employee motivation, it affects the organizational culture, it impacts the performance and morale, it shapes the decision making. So once your leadership style is chosen, in the similar way, your employees will decide that they will be treated through that leadership style. So it must be consistent so that they expect similar behavior from you. Leadership versus management. Leadership focuses on the vision and inspiration, while the management focuses on planning and control. There are mainly five types of the leadership. We can, in some cases, in situational context, make them six. The first one is autocratic leadership, democratic leadership, laissez-faire leadership, transformational leadership, transactional, and situational leadership. I will explain each leadership style in detail. Autocratic leadership is a leadership where decisions are made by the leader and leader himself is responsible for the decisions. So it works in the crisis and but it reduces the motivation. So autocratic leadership is extremely important when there are that when there is an emergency, there is some situation where you cannot get the help from others. So this style works, but the problem is that your team is not on board, they do not know what is next, so they are dependent on you. Autocratic leadership is completely centralized leadership. The second is democratic leadership. Employees participate in the decision making, and once they participate in the decision making, it definitely improves their morale and creativity. So the third style of leadership is laissez-faire leadership. This is a type of leadership. It is implemented when you have highly skilled people around you. So they need minimum supervision. You need to delegate your powers. This is one of the best leadership styles in situations where you are dealing with the creativity, where you are dealing with strong people in your team. So the next is transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is a type of leadership that inspires change, innovation, and growth, and is built on the strong commitment. And the last style of leadership is the transactional leadership. Transactional leadership focuses on reward and punishment, and it affects the routine tasks. Mainly when you are dealing with the employees, they are on daily wages, then this thing works in better sense. And ultimately, situational leadership is about leadership style that changes with the situation and with the maturity of the employees. Once an employee is onboarded, maybe initially you have to be strict so that he understands, he makes the efforts. Once he is on board, he has learned the things, so you can change your leadership style. Leadership styles comparison. Each style has strengths and limitations. Effective leaders adopt styles. Leadership styles in real life, we can see the business leaders. Few business leaders are extremely open, few avoid meeting with the team. There are educational leaders, there are political leaders, project managers we can find in real life. Leadership styles for students. Students can exercise the leadership styles while they're studying as a group leader, as in the classroom projects, they can act as a leader in the student societies, executive clubs, they can also become the leaders. Leadership styles for the professionals. When it comes to professionals, they can manage the teams, they can change the leadership, and they can improve the performance of the teams. And through this way, they can kind of prove their leadership style. Modern leadership trends are digital leadership, AI supported leadership, and ethical leadership. Common leadership mistakes that leaders make. First thing is over control. When you put too much pressure on the team, when you control everything, this is basically a mistake. The second thing is poor communication. You have to all the time convince them, you have to onboard your team for all the decisions. And the third thing is ignoring team input. These are common leadership mistakes that leaders make all over the world. So the key lessons we extracted from this, first thing is that there is no best leadership style. It depends on your personality. The second thing is flexibility is essential. You have to change with the change in situation. You have to change with the maturity in the in your employees. Once they are mature, they are skilled. You have to change your style. So people-centered leadership all the time wins. And these are the discussion questions. Which leadership style suits you? Can leadership be learned? Please comment this to me in the comment section so that I understand that how much you have understand the session. Thank you so much.